Alright, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this big board and reduce it down on maybe a foot, maybe 2 feet, no, about a foot in length, and it'll be the same width, it'll just be different length. And then I will be remounting this piece here. First I'm going to take him off. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. There we go. And that up, and lay him down over here, out of the way. And I'm going to take this off. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is just replace the board. Change out this board. You can see how much smaller this board is compared to that one. And I'll weight on this thing, so I'm overdoing it on the screws, because the last thing I want is the back part of the armature breaking loose at some point while I'm working on the clay. So that's why I'm going through the extra screws. And I'm driving them at an angle because they're too long for the two boards. This way they won't be coming through the other side and causing a problem.
I'm ready to get it hot. Y'all ready to put them through? Yes, sir. Let's get them hot.
Alright, now I need to tighten that down.
Guns are free. Fire in the hole. Left gun jam. Ready? Come on.
Last thing I want is that to come loose while I'm working. Alright, now
Clear.
put him back on.
Bottom guard.
None of them are feeding. They're just not pulling the rounds in.
Well, right now, honestly, we ain't got nothing through it but enough rounds for a safety check.
I put 100 rounds through each gun, man.
We're gonna need 500 just to get them warmed up and loosened. All right, next round, I'm gonna go straight into the tree line, but all
I
four.
want this at a different angle. I need to anchor this foot, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the armature for the foot down to a point. I need to get this in the right position that it's going to be in. And I need to angle his hip back a little bit. Change the angle of his leg. I'll work on that after I get this anchored. Alright, I put the longer screw in, I've taped it, and now the leg is attached to the base. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is reposition this main support into his body. And just readjust that, pull that out there, and bring it back in there, just a little bit lower. Not a big difference, but just enough to give me a little more bend in his upper body. I'm not sure you can see me. I've just attached the leg to the board, but I'm having a problem with keeping the leg straight because it keeps on wanting to go wobbly like that, and so I need to put another screw in to hold his heel area in one place, and the only way I'm going to do that is put another board under him there, which won't hurt anything because that'll be under the armature anyway, or the clay. And I'm just going to attach this board to the current board. That way it won't move around either. That's just enough to keep that from moving, and then what I'll do is I'll tape that to the board as well, the armature as well. Now let me grab my camera and I'll show you what I just did. Yeah, that's a lot better. And I need to turn that just a little bit because this leg is turning just a little bit too. Put the screw in to hold his toe down, but his heel kept on moving, so I put this board down and put a screw right up into that. That keeps it there. Now that leg is not going to move at all, and I've got the position of this guy pretty good, I think. And it's hard to see because I haven't got a lot of room to step back and show you. But the movement is pretty good. He's coming down a hillside. And I'm thinking I'm going to have the rifle in this hand here. Sort of in an angle like this. And this hand here will be just a balance out hand. Maybe I'll put a... I don't know, maybe I'll put a handgun in his hand or something. I don't know what I'll do on that yet. So that's going to be it for today. It's taken me all day just to get this far. And had to go to the studio or actually go buy that board and then cut it down and detach the old armature from the old board, the armature from the old board. And just undoing the bolts on that thing took almost a half hour of my time there. So it's just eating up my time. I haven't got much clay in the clay box. Not enough really to do anything. And I'm going to be picking up more clay tomorrow at the foundry. So tomorrow it will be a coloring day at the foundry with Whitney on the Sagittarius piece. And I'm going to figure out how I'm going to make this armature. I got to anchor that foot, and then I got to figure out what kind of rocks I'm going to have him on. I'm going to do a little research on that. Ask around people who live out there that I've been in contact with to see if it's a rocky area or just a kind of like dirt and undergrowth. All right, that's going to be it for today. I think I got an idea for how to do the undergrowth too. I'm just thinking in my head. It's I'll just have to wait and let that work out in my mind because right now I can see it in my mind, but I can't explain what I'm seeing. I'm a visual artist, not a verbal. John Lovewell, Captain John Lovewell, who was killed by the Abenaki Indians in at a pond that was later named after him in up in New Hampshire in the east coast or the eastern part of the United States. That's what this is going to be. Half life size. All right, that's going to be it for today.